How you doing? Better. So, last time I was talking to Kieran, who was a chartered building surveyor, and he was talking to me about older properties. And that actually got me thinking about new properties and if the same kind of issues apply to it. So, with that in mind, I'm going to talk to Joe Lavelle from Property Snag. So, Joe is a snagging inspector, and today I'm actually going to follow him as he's doing a snag list. So he's actually going to show me what to look out for, what to expect, and actually explain to me what snagging is. But before that, I'm going to finish this. Cold coffee, I love it. Okay, so we are going to meet Joe at a new property development. It's just outside the city. Should be good fun. Joe, lovely to meet you.
You too, Brian.
I will be honest with you, I don't know anything about snagging. I don't even know what a snag list is. I don't even know what a snagger does. So, can you tell me in so many words, what does a snagger do essentially?
A snag list essentially is a list of items, finished or unfinished poorly in the house, or damage that had been done to the house. So we basically compile that into a list, get it ready, and so that the person who's buying the house knows exactly what the faults are within the property.
This is going to sound like a stupid question. What's stopping me from doing a snag list?
There's absolutely nothing stopping you from doing a snag list. Yeah. Any person who's buying a house for themselves can do a snag list themselves. However,
they shouldn't do that though.
The difficulty is that if they miss stuff,
it's on them.
It's on them. A lot of builders don't allow second and third snags.
Right.
Okay, so if you miss something and then you've moved into the house, the builder's not going to come back and fix it afterwards.
Of course, yeah.
So the best option is use somebody who knows what they're talking about or knows the building game properly.
Yeah, that makes sense. So today we are going to do a snag list on this house. Where do we start?
So Brian, what we're going to do is we're going to look at the driveway and the cobble lock. And as you can see here, we've got some damage on a couple of cobble locks in the middle. Right. And we've got cement splashes on the other cobble locks. So what we'll do is we'll note that down on the list. Yeah. And we'll state that replace damaged cobble locks and power wash the rest, so that it's all clean and ready for the person moving in.
You really would go down to, like, if there was a small little chip in it, it'd be that.
Oh yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, the client is paying for a new house. Okay, so side gate. What we do is we check the side gate works. Yeah. The crossbolt is actually working properly. And then we'll check the windowsills. In this case, this windowsill is perfect. Okay, so we're in the hall. Yeah. We're going to check the walls, we're going to check the door, we're going to check everything. So we'll just come in, we'll close the door. We have flashing on the wall of the paint. Now, the way you'll see the flashing is...
The blotches, isn't it?
The blotches, yeah, exactly. You don't want the blotches. You have an alarm word here at the top of the door.
Right.
So your alarm company can set
whatever alarm.
And this here, as you can see, is for
the alarm.
It's for your keypad.
The skirting boards don't look like they're done though.
Oh yeah, the skirting boards themselves, they're done like they're only pinned to the wall, so that they can be taken off, your floor laid, and your skirtings put back on again. Okay, so here we are in the sitting room. Right. And as you can see, there's an issue here in the floor. So you can see along the bottom of the skirting there that the floor needs to be repaired. So that when the floor layer comes in, it's got a completely level floor to work with.
Yeah, and you'd be checking that in every room in the house.
Oh, obviously, yeah, every room in the house. If you see dips like that, it needs to be sorted out. Okay, so here we are in the kitchen.
Right.
Now, in the kitchen, first place I always go to is to the gas boiler. And we check that the gas boiler, number one, has been installed. Right. Number two, that there's no issues around it. As we can see down here, there's paint on the kitchen units, which needs to be removed. Moving along, as you can see in this house, has a gas hob.
You have to specify if you want a gas hob, don't you?
Generally speaking, they will supply an electric hob, and if you wanted a gas hob, you've got to say that at the start. Usually at the point when you're putting your deposit down.
Right, okay.
If there's anything in the house that you want specifically,
you say it then.
You should say it then, because they won't change it afterwards for you. Okay, so here on the island unit, we'll check the worktops. Right. We'll make sure there's no scratches, no chips, no damage, nothing. It all has to be done right. We'll check that the seal around the sink and draining board is perfect. Yep. We'll check the water. We'll make sure there's water in the unit. We'll then check below the sink that there's no leaks. And as long as there's no leaks and there's no damage in there, we'll also check all the doors that they open and close properly. We'll check the dishwasher, we'll check all of that stuff, just to be 100% certain. If there is any issue, it'll be put onto the list. Okay, so we'll do the utility room now. To me, most important room in the house. So, here we go. Fuse board.
Yeah.
The fuse board here, it's all numbered, okay? Everything is numbered and it's listed.
Right.
So you should have no issues with your house.
Yeah.
And it's fully certified. You also have alarm controls.
Sure.
You also have your thermostat
Yeah.
for your whole house. You also got your alarm controls up here for the house alarm.
Yeah, yeah.
This is where your washing machine goes. Your tumble dryer goes on top.
Yeah.
You've got isolation switches.
The little switches there.
Yeah. They're the isolation switches for this
Yeah,
sockets under the counter. And you've literally got everything that runs the house in here.
Yeah.
Even to the point of over here, you have the pump. So this is the pump for the whole house, which pumps the water.
The water for like it's in for the hot water, like, or for the
Hot water, cold water, up to the showers.
It's all through this.
All through that. So we have the hot press here.
Right.
Now, this is more or less the second most important room in the house.
Yeah.
Because it has your immersion in here. As you notice in this particular house, this one, you've got every valve is numbered, and you've got a chart on the wall. The chart on the wall tells you exactly what it is. So if you had a water leak and you were here on your own,
You can say.
you can actually come up, switch off whichever valve is needed, call your plumber, get the leak fixed, turn the water back on.
Joe, I'm learning so much. What's next?
I think we just move next door and move into the bathroom.
Perfect.
Number of things to check in here.
Yeah.
We'll first of all check the water is running. We know the water's running, that's great. The next thing we'll check is the shower. Now, in the instance where you've got an ensuite, you need to check that shower while the other one is running as well to make sure the pump
would work,
is working and you don't get any short of either hot or cold water in either one. We'll then check the toilet that is flushing. We'll check behind the pedestal to make sure the hole in the floor has been sealed. We'll check the bath panel, and then finally we'll check the door lock.
Make
that
sure
it's
it
actually locking.
Makes sense. Hop out there, will you? I need to use this.
Okay, master bedroom.
Yeah.
Now, first thing we check, and we check it in all the rooms, is the doors. To make sure the doors are opening fully and closing fully.
Yeah.
And closing without rattling. And that there's no flaws on the doors.
On the doors themselves,
Okay. We'll then move over and we'll check the wardrobes.
Yeah.
And the first thing we're checking for in the wardrobes is that they have hanging bars.
Something so simple as that, you wouldn't even
Because if the hanging bar wasn't there when you moved in, where would you put your clothes?
Yeah, true enough.
Make sure the shelves fit, make sure the doors close properly,
Yeah.
and don't rub off each other.
Yeah.
We also check every room for a smoke detector.
Joe, thanks a lot.
No
Give me a
problem.
lot to think about. Before you go, I wanted to ask you, what's the turnaround usually on a snag list from it being submitted to it being fixed?
Okay, so when we do a snag first thing in the morning, we'll get the snag back to you that day. We will then send it on to the builder, same day.
Yeah.
And the builder would generally, depending on the amount of snags, it's a bit like how long is a piece of string.
Sure.
It could take up to 2 weeks to get all the snags finished. Once all the snags are finished, the builder will then contact you and tell you it's ready for a de-snag or re-snag. That's when you come back with the existing list and check everything off, that it's all done.
Good stuff. Joe, thanks again.
Pleasure.
Appreciate that. So, I'm back. Had a bit of time to reflect, time to think about it. Here's my main takeaways. Number one, you can do your own snag list, but you shouldn't. When you're purchasing a new property, you've got to outline your request from the start. The amount of snag inspections varies from property developer to property developer. If you are going to get a snag list done, you need to know how many you're allowed. So that's it for today. Learned loads about snagging. Next time I'm going to be talking to Elaine Verdon, who owns the interior design studio Leo and Cece. She's going to talk me through how to turn a house into a home with interior design. So yeah, I'll see you next time.